My kitten, that I got from my late grandmother, disappeared while my fiancé was home with her, and it doesn't feel like he gives a single crap about the situation, and it's making me feel horrible. Posted by you/McKittyIsGone? I'm using a throwaway and typing this on mobile because my fiancé, 28M, and I, 28F, share a computer. We've been together 5 years and engaged for 1. Anyway, 2 months ago my grandmother gave me a 2-month-old kitten that was bred from her cat. It was her cat's only litter and she only had 3 kittens. The cat itself is special because she comes from a long line of cats that have been in our family for a very long time, talking about the late 1800s here. Yes, the cat is purebred, but we do not breed and sell them, all the cats stay in our family. It's been a tradition and my whole family loves it. Having a pet lineage that goes back to our own is extremely special. Even my great-grandmother jokingly made a cat family crest with her cat and we all loved and adopted it. It's used at family gatherings and special occasions and it always causes a lot of laughter. A month ago, my grandmother passed away, and it's completely devastated me. Having a kitten from her own cat has made me feel closer to her and I've bonded with her this last month. My mom received my grandmother's cats since she didn't have her own, and in total with that one, there are only 4 remaining cats. 2 for grandchildren, 1 for mom, and 1 for my uncle. So this has been what's brought us together. Now for the problem, which still has me in tears. My fiancé has never approved of the whole cat thing, and says we support breeders and killing of shelter animals because the cats are full-bred. Like I said before, we do not sell the cats and they stay within the family, so I have no idea where he gets this idea from. I also live in a rural part of the country, and own my house on a big piece of land and have dedicated my life to helping animals. I help out the Humane Society and take in farm animals and foster them until they find new homes. I currently have 1 horse, 3 goats, 4 rabbits, and many chickens. In addition, I also have 2 rescue dogs and 2 rescue cats that I love. So it was kind of insulting and hurtful to be told that I supported kitty mills and breeders. It wasn't until my grandmother passed away that he began to express these feelings, and I was thinking that he would get over it. Instead, it's turned into a disaster. I came home from work 2 days ago to find my kitten missing. I searched everywhere and couldn't find her. She's only 4 months old, so she likes to hide, but never for a long time. It was my fiancé's day off, so I asked him if he had seen her and he said he saw her playing by the doggy door and that she must have gotten out. This is where I lost it. I just broke down and started crying and I've been a mess since then. These cats cannot survive outside, they don't know how to climb trees, their long hair will kill them in the heat, and there are tons of coyotes outside. My fiancé hugged me and told me it would all be okay and that we could look around. So we went outside until it got dark with our flashlights and searched for hours, and nothing. He said he was tired, so we went back home and since then he gets annoyed when I bring her up in tears. I'm devastated and hurt. I feel like he doesn't even care about what's happening since he hasn't even acknowledged that she's gone so far. He wouldn't even help put posters up for her, because he says no one lives near us anyway. I'm thinking it doesn't matter and that she may have wandered up the road, so there's a chance someone picked her up. This whole change in attitude has sideswiped me and has made me look at him in a different light. I know he didn't like her, but to be so cold and uncaring is just cruel. I even asked him how he would feel if it were one of our other cats, and he says it's different because they've been with us for years. I don't know what to do now. I'm a mess and I feel like I don't even know this man. He doesn't care about how much of a mess I am. She was the most important connection to my grandmother I had, and now she's gone. I feel like all the healing that I had from her passing away is undone and I can't even go to work now. What should I do? How can I talk to him and get him to understand that his cold behavior is hurting me? /relevant comments. Commenter. Kind of seems odd that 1 minute she is playing by the doggy door, and then she disappears. Not odd, but I don't know, he doesn't like the kitten, and she conveniently is gone. He knew the kitten was important to you and waited until you got home and noticed she was missing? Ops response. This is what hurts the most. I don't know how long she had been missing by the time I got home, and he didn't even bother to check up on her. Commenter. It seems like he is not appreciating both the loss of your grandmother and the symbol of that kitten, and what she meant to you. If this is how he is going to act when you are hurt and emotionally vulnerable, then is this the man you want to marry? Ops response. I know when we first started dating, he said it was snobbish. I do come from a family of wealth, but we have never lived a life of extravagance. All of us are more family-oriented than materialistic. He doesn't seem to get the whole cat thing, and I knew from the start he wouldn't when he first made that comment, but I never imagined it would go so far. Commenter. He doesn't have to get it, he just has to accept it. It looks from here that he does not accept it. He might have some resentment over the perceived wealth, and he is trying to make you feel bad for what he sees as an indulgence. But too effing bad, you are allowed to have your passions. I don't like your fiancé. He dropped the ball on comforting you after the death of your grandmother, he dropped the ball on this kitten, he dropped the ball on how he responded to the loss of your kitten. He is not a decent and caring guy. Op's response. He was there for me when my grandmother died. For an entire week, he told me to stay in bed and brought me food and comforted me. After that, he just started pulling away. I think he thinks I should be over the grieving process already, but I'm nowhere near it. Even with therapy, her death has shaken my world. This kitten was extremely important to me, and I wish he would understand that. Op to another commenter. I know he says I haven't been myself, and I can't help it. I've been mourning the loss of my grandmother, who's been the ultimate role model to me. It's been really hard on me not having him there for me to comfort me like he did the first week after her death. Commenter 2. Of course you haven't been yourself. You are grieving. Did he expect you to get over it in a week? I want to ask you again. Could he have possibly let the cat get out deliberately? Honestly, he sounds like a horrible guy if he's treating you like crap a week after your grandma died, and is not only ignoring your pain but treating you badly for grieving the loss of your cat on top of your grandma. Does he mistreat you in other ways? Op's response. I honestly have no idea why he would let her out. He's been the main reason why we started helping our local humane society out with all the animals in the first place. He's the one who does most of the work with them when he's home, and he really loves animals. I've noticed that when I cry or I'm upset, he just starts ignoring me. It's not the first time it has happened, but I didn't think it would get to the point where it's making me feel worse. Commenter 3. You keep avoiding addressing everyone's concerns about his treatment of you. Do you not see the red flag? Op's response. I do see it, but he's always been this way. He doesn't like people crying or being upset, and doesn't know how to respond to it. He grew up in a family who's not very affectionate, but any other time he's been great. This is the first incident that shocked me, though. I'm rethinking my relationship now. Op adds an edit to her post. I'm going out and into town to drop off posters before places close, and I'm taking other suggestions about the whole litter box thing. I'm going to Skype with my fiancé in a few hours, so I hope he's more open about what happened that day. I'll add another edit after I do. Op adds a second edit to her post. I just spoke with some friends at the Humane Society, and they know someone who has a tracking dog. They're willing to come out and help look for her as a thank you for everything I've done for them. I'm also going to Skype my fiancé now. We'll update after to say how the conversation goes. Op adds a third edit to her post. Just finished Skyping with my fiancé. He knew something was wrong right off the bat. He asked if I was taking the kitty thing hard, and I said yes, I was, and told him and laid out how important she was not only to me, but to my family. He got really quiet and said he would try to come tomorrow to help look for her. He also apologized for the way he's been acting, because the way he grew up wasn't as family-focused as I was, and crying was seen as a weakness, and he was often grounded for it. So it's something he has no idea what to do about. I asked him again what happened that day, and he said his mom visited him in the morning and actually lectured him about how he wasn't doing enough, and continued to insult him, saying he wasn't the one that wore the pants in the relationship because everything we had came from me. He says that he asked her to leave, and went to the room to take a shower and afterwards doesn't remember if the cat was there. His mom isn't an active member in our lives. She hates the wealthy and has constantly called me spoiled, and now I'm thinking she may be a part of the kitty's disappearance. I asked my fiancé if he would ask her about it, and he said he would do whatever I wanted to find the kitten. I'll update tomorrow when he gets here. I hope we can at least resolve everything. Op adds a fourth edit to her post. The dog is here to do the search. Have also talked to my fiancé about what happened, and I'll write a new update in a few hours since this is getting pretty long. Update 1 day later. Before the update, I would like to add that I was a bit emotional when I wrote the last post. My fiancé had just left for work for what would have been 2 to 3 days, and I felt abandoned by him. In my mind, I felt extremely alone, and I expressed that through words here on Reddit. Today I'm doing a lot better, but I feel like my head is having an information overload, and it's difficult to write everything without making it jumbled, but I'll try my best. I'm also still on mobile, so formatting will be a little off again. Update, my fiancé is back home, and we had our friends from the Humane Society join us with their dog. Thank you so much to those who suggested this. The dog was super sweet and smelled everything outside and found no scent. We're not sure if it's just the dog, or it's because the cat was never outside, but everyone agrees it's more towards the latter. Either way, I'm super thankful that they would do this for me. I never imagined in a million years that this amount of support would come from the community here in my hometown. A few of them have helped put up posters that I dropped off yesterday, and the vets and people who work at the shelter know of the situation. I'm also trying Reddit's suggestions of putting toys and her stuff outside to encourage her to come back. I would also like to add that I spoke one-on-one to my fiancé, and he went more into detail with how he was raised. This included opening up about physical abuse he received when he was younger. He went into detail, and it made me want to hug him. He said everything he and his siblings did was always watched, and one thing his mom hated the most was crying. He would be beaten when he would cry because his mom said if he needed to cry, she would give him a reason to. Her choice of punishment was a studded belt, which she would use to hit him anywhere she could. His dad never stopped it and wasn't really a father figure to any of them. In my fiancé's eyes, being stoic about some situations is what he was taught to do, and he doesn't know other ways of reacting to it. He does talk to his mom once a week, and he says he talked to her the week after my grandmother died. She told him if he didn't stop acting like a woman and catering to my needs, that I would leave him. She also gave him a lot of scolding about the kitten, since she's the one that's put the whole purebred animals are evil mindset in their family. He said he did think of the cat as part of our family already, so he began to feel overwhelming guilt for owning her. That's the main reason why he started pulling back and going into the mindset he grew up with again. I asked him if he would like to come to therapy with me on Friday and talk more about it, and he agreed. He also apologized for the way he's been acting and said he understood how it looked terrible on his part. Finally, he called his mom, but every call he made went straight to voicemail and no text message was answered. He's also been blocked on social media by her, and I really do believe she had a big part in the kitten's disappearance. My fiancé is not a very good liar, and he's been honest about everything so far. He said he doesn't know exactly what happened that day, since he shut down with his mom's yelling and slapping, and that it wasn't until I got home that he really got out of a daze he was in. At this point he was sad. I've never seen him full-on cry, but it looked like he was close to it. He blames himself for not being more careful and promised to do anything I wanted to repair damage. So for now that means helping me look for her and annoying his mom until she answers. He also said he wants to cut contact with her, but doesn't know how because she's constantly forcing herself into his life. I'm hoping after all these incidents that she will no longer be in our lives. Thank you all again, it's been a huge eye-opener here and has definitely made me look at things differently. It's uncovered a lot more than I thought it would, and I hope things will get better. I'll update again if I get any new information on the kitten or after I go to therapy with my fiancé. /relevant comments. Commenter. If the kitten by chance had a microchip already, check with the microchip company. Some have pet Amber Alerts, and they send a fax or email to all the vet clinics in the area. Ops response. Is that possible? She has a microchip. Commenter 2. He's also been blocked on social media by her, and I really do believe she had a big part in the kitten's disappearance. I couldn't find any information on how far away his mother lives. If she is only semi-local, it may be worth it to notify all the vets and pounds in her area, put posters up along the most likely routes between your homes, in case she dumped him at a farm along the way, and have the dog try to find her near her house, assuming you can get to the likely areas without getting arrested, in case she deliberately left the cat outdoors at her home. If you can get permission, leaving the humane traps with her scents on his mom's neighbor's land might also help. Ops response. She lives in a bigger city that's about an hour away. Texas is full of big cities, surrounded by smaller towns, which is the case here. I'm currently looking up vets and shelters that are near her to see if any have information. Commenter 3. He needs to go to her house and get your kitten back. You know where it is. Op adds an edit to her post. My fiancé, along with my mother and I, will go to my fiancé's mom's house. We weren't able to go today due to other things going on, but tomorrow is a good day. Op adds a second edit to her post. I'm really sorry guys, I really am. I couldn't go today. Unfortunately, fostering animals comes with responsibilities and I do have some sick ones, and I can't leave on short notice without making sure they're well taken care of. I've made arrangements for tomorrow so I can have the whole day to travel up to her house and see if my cat is there. Trust me, I plan on leaving very early in the morning. I'm not able to do everything at once, like some of you want me to. It's impossible and it really does hurt. I want my kitty back so much, but adult responsibilities are something I can't get away from. I know some of you can't understand, and I apologize, but just know I'm calling and trying to pull as many strings as I can to see if I can locate her. I'm going to sleep now to get up in morning, and I'll update again after I get back. Op adds a third edit to her post. We're currently in my fiancé's mom's city. We arrived at her house around 6 a.m. and she wasn't there. We seriously considered breaking in because we felt really anxious, but my mom told us to wait and then went and knocked on the neighbor's door at like 10ish. They were nice and said she was gone for the week and was visiting her son, assuming my fiancé's brother. If there was ever a moment I wanted to rip my hair out, it would be then. My fiancé's brother lives all the way in Amarillo, which is almost 8 hours away. We're still here in the city and we're still going to vets around the area that she lives in to drop off pictures to inform them what happened. So far, people have been nice about it. We're going to try to get in touch with my fiancé's brother and see what's happening. We've also filed a police report in her city already. They were able to do it over the phone, which was nice. I'll update if anything comes up. Until then, thank you all, trust me, we're trying our best with the resources we have. We're going to stake out her house for a while to see if she shows up too. Second update 10 days later. Not a lot has happened since I last updated. I still don't have my kitten back, but we've made posts about it and reported her missing with her microchip. I've now been to therapy twice with my fiancé. Overall, he seems to be reacting well to it and says he feels like a huge weight has been lifted off his shoulder. He's wanted me to be there the 2 times he's gone, and they've been very emotional sessions. His past is a lot darker than I would have thought, and it explains why he acts the way he does at times. I've noticed he's become more open now. He talks about things that he would have otherwise ignored, and tells me how he's feeling instead of staying quiet about it. He looks like a happier person, and he will continue to go to therapy separately. As for his mom, we went to her home again after she got back, and we were met with yelling and threats. She accused us of stalking her and sending people to spy on her. She went on a rant, saying she's happy my kitten is gone because then I would feel how she did when I robbed her of her son. She said he turned into a wussy and a F-word since he started dating me, and she wished he could have found someone who was actually a woman of the house. Apparently, she hates that I'm the breadwinner, and it makes him look like he's just a sugar baby. In reality, he does more work around the farm than me and works a lot more than I do. If he weren't there, nothing would be possible. I did see firsthand how he gets with her yelling, though. He tenses up and just blanks out, like he mentally shuts down. Even when she went to hit him, it's like he didn't notice. My mom called her a CNT and told her she was a horrible mother. Then my fiancé's mom tried to attack her. My mom just grabbed her arm and twisted it, and my fiancé's mom screamed. The neighbor came running out of their house and asked if everything was okay, and my fiancé's mom started yelling that we were attacking her in her own home and that she wants a restraining order. We left after that and went back home. My fiancé's phone has been blowing up with texts and calls from his brother, asking why we attacked his mom and how he betrayed them. His mom did file a police report against my mom, and I don't think we'll be able to get near her to see if she took my cat. All in all, it's just been tiring. I don't know what my next step is, and I'm just worn out. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. She is definitely responsible. The cat went missing the day she was there, screaming at her son while he was blanked out. He doesn't remember much of while she was there. The 2 of them were the only ones there that day. Op's friends brought a dog to sniff and try to catch the kitty's scent to find it if it went outside. Couldn't find a scent at all, so the cat didn't escape on its own. Crazy woman took the cat. The only question is, what did she do with her? Op, I'm so sorry. I was really hoping we'd get an update with a kitty returned. I still hope you find her. Keep putting signs up, someone may see the kitty wherever she ended up and recognize her on the sign. At least this is a great update as far as your boyfriend goes. I'm glad he's opening up and you guys are communicating better. Just keep showing him what sane and loving people are like. You guys sound like you have a great thing going, as long as his messed up mother stays the F away. Third update 4 days later. I just got a call from a vet in a small town between where I live and my fiancé's mom's house. They have my kitty. Someone brought her in and wanted her microchipped, but she already had one. The whole reporting her missing with it worked. Thank you to everyone who suggested that. I'm crying now. I'm driving there now, I'll keep updating. I want to press charges. I know for sure my fiancé's mom sold or gave her to that person. The person who has her is insisting it's her cat and is still there. I'm still a bit away and there's traffic. I need advice on how to handle the entire fiancé's mom thing. Should I go at her full force? I'm shaking so bad right now, I don't know what I should do. Update, we just left the vet's office. I have her back. She's been purring like crazy and is her happy little self. I'm bawling, I missed her so much. When we got there, the lady was indeed my fiancé's mom's friend. She was fighting tooth and nail to keep her. We told her we filed a police report, as well as had her missing with her microchip. This lady did not want to hear it. I told her I could call the police and let them decide, because I had all her paperwork, her CFA registration, her health records, and much more. She backed off after that. My fiancé was the calm one and explained to her that we were going to press charges against his mom for robbery, and that she could either be considered an accomplice to that, or she could testify against her. I don't think she thought we were serious until my fiancé said that. She said my fiancé was a horrible son for even thinking of turning on his mom like that. I countered that my fiancé's mom was the one who stole my kitty. She went into my home and took something that wasn't hers. My kitty also had a collar with a few stones in it, was less than 1K, but that's missing also, and I kind of bluffed and said it was like they stole jewelry too. The collar wasn't there, and I'm guessing she did something with it because she was fiddling. During all this, one of the vet assistants called the police and 2 of them arrived shortly after. We got her to make a statement against my fiancé's mom, and they also got ours. They said it was a good thing that we already had a paper trail. It de-escalated after that, and we were able to talk through everything. I guess this woman was just lonely and was talking with my fiancé's mom about it, and shortly after, my fiancé's mom took my kitten and went and sold it to her the same day. She said she only bought her for $50 and that the kitty was so sweet that even when she knew we were looking for her, my fiancé's mom told her she didn't want to give her up. She ended up taking her to the vet because the kitty kept scratching her ears and had a lot of fluid in them, and she was worried about her. She has no experience with Persians and thought she had an eye infection because of the eye stains and everything. The vet said the kitty is fine, but that she has a yeast infection in her ears that's causing her eyes to water more than usual, and it's causing discomfort in her ears. He gave us drops and said to use them twice a day, and she should be good in a couple of weeks. After that, I spoke one-on-one with the lady and told her I could sponsor an adoption for a kitten if she wanted me to, and she said she would love that. She's older and really only wanted a companion, but it's clear that my kitten was too high maintenance for her. Kitty's butt is full of poop, and she has knots all over. We're going to meet up next week to do that. As for my fiancé's mom, the police seemed hesitant on arresting her for just a cat, so they didn't want to do anything. They said it was up to the San Antonio Police Department to do it, so that's our next step, I guess. We're almost home now, and I want to upload a pic of her so you all can see how adorable she is. I'm worn out and feel like I can take a nap for days. Picture of kitty. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Acting as if nothing is wrong, but in this pic it looks like her head is screwed on backwards. Ops response. She's keeping an eye on other cats. They've been smelling her all over, haha. Commenter 2. As stressful and traumatic as this experience has been for you and your fiancé, it sounds like it may, in the long run, strengthen your relationship. I read what I could, boo for mods deleting your updates, and it seems like you both learned a great deal more about each other in a very short period of time, with some pretty open communication. I really do hope this means positive things for your new family. Your mother-in-law sounds like a terrible person, but in a weird way, she helped both the lady with her loneliness and your fiancé open up to you. I'm sorry he went through all he went through, and you suffered because of her cuntiness, but silver linings. And you got your sweet little kitty, personally not one for long hairs, but I would snuggle the crap out of her, and help someone in need in the process. Also, I really love your tradition with your cat family. That's really cool. They're like living, purring heirlooms you can love. And your family is very responsible about them as well, which is even better. I hope it continues on for several more generations. I hope things keep going in a positive direction for you both.